David Phillips. You might remember my comic or my last video, or the time I set fire to the comic store. But today I'm going to tell you about two movies I saw in the last few weeks. One of them you might know, and the other one you might know if you're from Norway. That's right, a Norwegian horror movie. It's as much a rarity as I can think of. Show my eyes. Anyway, the first one I want to talk about is Friday the 13th. And oh my god! It was nice. It wasn't awesome or great. You can't compare it to movies like Ring You or even the older Friday the 13th. Why? Because they dragged it down in realism. My god! Jason doesn't even try to decapitate someone with a weed whacker. It's all generic death in this one. I mean, there wasn't a good death scene at all. There were some nice deaths, like the arrow impaling while the guy was on a boat while he was running, and the naked chick getting stabbed in the head, but that was it. There was nothing else fun about it. I mean, even the ending was predictable in a sense. Anyway, the movie stars Nemesis from Resident Evil taking up the position of Jason Voorhees. I say Nemesis because that's the only thing I can think of with a head that fleshy colored. Either way, it's nice to see him getting work after Resident Evil Apocalypse. But one of the biggest problems with this movie is the fact that unlike the original Friday the 13th, which were fun, creative, and just plain violent, this movie had all the gore, but none of the fun. I mean, yes, there were boobies everywhere, and what makes me sad to say this, I brought my sister to this movie. My sister, for God's sakes! She hated it more than I did. I felt ashamed that I brought her to it. I mean, she loves horror movies, and I brought her this piece of crap. I promised to give her money back next month because of this. And let me just say this. You owe me, New Line Cinemas. Anyway, let's get on to a better horror movie. Cold Prey. Now, first off, this is a Norwegian horror movie. So, yay, Norway! Secondly, it's being considered one of the best Norwegian horror movies of all time. Odd enough, considering this is the only Norwegian horror movie I've actually ever heard of. Suck on that, horror fans. Anyway, it stars a ton of snowboarders and Ron Weasley. Yes, Ron Weasley. That's the only way I can describe the ginger kid in this movie. Anyway, Ron Weasley breaks both his leg, and they end up going to a cabin that's abandoned. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a movie. A hotel that's abandoned. Are you sure this isn't Evil Dead? Oh my god. Look, just stick to the script. Just stick to the script, okay? Fine. Anyway, this movie is weird, in a sense. The killer is very brutal. He just doesn't stab someone. He'll beat you to death with a knife, then stab you in the spine, leave the blood, and just wait for them to find it. This movie was brutal, and even though it only had 4 deaths. That's right, I'm kind of spoiling it there. But the deaths were amazing in a way. It was awesome. Sorry about that silence. I was reading the rest of the script. Anyway, the deaths are awesome in this movie. Sure, they're not what you call creative or smart or stupid, but they're awesome. The man just takes a body and throws it down a cavern. And I'll say, the twist at the end is unbelievable. Even I couldn't see it coming. It's so good that you have to watch the movie to understand it. Not to mention, the extras on the DVD are awesome. You'll get to see a man get chopped to death by a lawnmower. And that is worth the price of renting this off Netflix or buying it at your local DVD online retailer. I'm David Phillips, and that's my 2 cents, which in Australia should be equaling 4 cents or £4, 3 shilling. I'm not...
You can be my Cinderella, Ella, Ella, hey.